Well, thank you for joining us here at the noon hour. It's Tuesday, the last Tuesday, in fact, in the month of January. And Nathan, it's going to be a beautiful one. Tell us more about it.
Hey, good afternoon, Jurnee. It is a beautiful afternoon out there. We start off this morning to the upper 20s, low 30s, but look at the 24-hour temperature difference. We're about 5 to as much as 14 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. And when you take a look at the numbers along with visible satellite, the temperatures have rebounded very quickly. We've seen the numbers climb up into the 50s already in most locations, so it's going to be a great day to enjoy the outdoors. Got some high clouds scooting their way through southern parts of the state, but we're dry out there today. Highs today, I think 60s can be expected for many locations. Now tonight, not as cold. We're primarily staying into the 40s. There will be some upper 30s and mid 30s in those colder areas of Clinton and also the Ozarks. Tomorrow, though, that's when the weather becomes more unsettled. We'll have increasing clouds out there tonight into your Wednesday. I think for the most part, the rain holds off in southwest Arkansas in the morning, but expect those rain chances to go up through Wednesday afternoon. This is all in advance of a big rainmaker moving in here on Thursday. I'll let you know how much rain I'm expecting and also if we do have any severe weather potential coming up.
Well, this top hour, we're working with authorities to find out more on a deadly shooting at Park Plaza Mall. Our team captured this scene video Monday night. Police say a call came in around 6 yesterday reporting shots fired. Upon arrival, authorities found a woman on the ground with gunshot wounds. She was transported to a local hospital and later was pronounced dead. We are working to learn more on the victim's identity and a suspect. Once we have those details, we will let you know immediately. Park Plaza did release a statement saying that they are, quote, fully cooperating with law enforcement and that they prioritize, quote, ensuring the safety and well-being of our guests, employees, and tenants. We have contacted both the mall and local police with requests for further details. A search resumed earlier today to locate a missing man. Search and rescue teams pulled the man's car from the Arkansas River. The owner later discovered to be Justin Baker. Highway Patrol reports not having a lead on his whereabouts, though there's been no sign of Baker. His mother is holding on for his safe return.
I got a bunch of people praying, and it's just been a nightmare. And it continues that way till I find him, and I'll be here every day until I find him. This is where they say he last was, so this is the only place I know to go. I don't know where else to go.
In his absence, Baker's younger daughter has been receiving care from immediate family. As for the search, the river current could pose challenges for search efforts. New immigration policies have reversed the limitations previously set under the Biden administration. Now arrests will be permitted at schools, hospitals, and churches. That has prompted fears within schools across central Arkansas. Pulaski County Special School District, though, is taking measures to provide reassurance. The district emphasizes proper authorization is required before entering any school building. Now, in a statement, PCSSD points toward valuing their students from all backgrounds. In addition, the district says, quote, all students should be able to learn without being afraid, end quote. You can follow this story in full on THV11.com. Immigration is among several of the sweeping overhaul of policy changes happening within the new administration. President Trump has taken new directives to freeze federal aid and reshape the U.S. military. More sweeping changes are expected in his second week. Natalie Brand reports.
In a flurry of new actions, President Trump is pausing federal grants and loans as of 5 p.m. today, potentially impacting everything from higher education to small businesses. The Office of Management and Budget is directing federal agencies to assess compliance with President Trump's priorities. The freeze memo specifically mentions financial assistance for foreign aid, what it calls woke gender ideology, and the Green New Deal. Senate Democrats say the congressionally approved investments are not optional, they're law.
No matter how much he may believe he does, the president does not have the authority to ignore the law, and we're going to fight this in every way that we can.
The memo states the freeze will not impact Social Security, Medicare, or assistance provided directly to individuals.
President Trump also signed an executive order which paves the way for his administration to reinstate a ban on transgender military members.
We will get transgender ideology the hell out of our military. It's going to be gone.
The new executive order directs the Pentagon to determine a policy for transgender service members based on readiness and argues expressing a false gender identity different from an individual's sex cannot satisfy the rigorous standards necessary for military service. Army veteran Layla Ireland and her husband are both transgender.
When we hear this executive order saying that we're not worthy of service, it is unnerving. It's disheartening to hear.
Groups, including the Human Rights Campaign, say they intend to sue.
We believe this is unconstitutional because it singles out transgender people for differential treatment in a way that harms the military.
Legal challenges on the issue during the first Trump administration went all the way up to the U.S. Supreme Court. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
We have continued coverage in the Jefferson County budget dispute. A member of the quorum court has resigned, leaving a noticeable absence at last night's meeting. Justice of the Peace Danny Holcomb vacant his position over the weekend. In his resignation letter, Holcomb cites drama from the budget disagreement has affected the safety and well-being of him and his family. We spoke with Judge Gerald Robinson, who spoke on heightened security concerns.
Justice Holcomb was heartbroken. To get home and see shell casings and things like that in his driveway. And I understand him thinking about his family and thinking about his health.
Governor Sarah Sanders will be responsible for appointing a replacement that will come after she consults with the Republican Party of Arkansas. Well, all this comes as the county remains without a spending agreement. Each day without one means another day without government operations. The quorum court took little steps forward in their meeting last night. TV11's Brooke Buckner has more.
Some of you are willing to hold this county hostage for a few other people, and that is wrong on your part.
The Jefferson County budget impasse continues as the majority of the quorum court voted down Judge Robinson's revised budget Monday night. For the second time, the judge ending the meeting early, this time not even an hour in. Then, in his office, he told us he refuses to pass their, quote, illegal budget.
The only way to fix it is to do it properly. And we said, pass the budget, and we'll come back and deal with the other stuff later.
But the argument some of the justices of the peace make is they don't want certain positions to take salary cuts.
So why should I say Marguerite Williams, JP6 should say, cut that person $25,000 from a $60,000 salary for a nurse to $40,000? How can I do that?
And as frustrations mount, Williams acknowledges the majority of the quorum court is going to have to come to an agreement. But it seems the judge is at the end of his compromises.
I know we need 9 votes. How do we convince our JPs to come together and vote for a good budget? That is what is important, a budget that is fair.
I've made concessions. I've done my part. I've reached across the table and say, hey, here it is. I'm laying it out for you. The concerns that you had, I've addressed them. Every one of them. Every one of them. Except those illegal raises that was done improperly.
Well, that meeting you just witnessed concluded without plans to reconvene in the near future. The next time the court is slated to gather won't be until February. Several organizations are providing assistance to hundreds of employees almost a month without pay. Tomorrow, free meals, resources, and essential supplies are being issued to impacted families. County employees should visit the Whitehall Community Center. The event happens tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 3 in the afternoon. Well, if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, chances are you're overdue for a vacation. How getting away can break that cranky mood ahead at 12:18.
And if you're not a fan of heavy rain, you will be pretty cranky on your Thursday. And we'll have to watch out for potentially, we could see some flash flooding issues. We do have a slight risk of that potential for a large part of the state. But the rain, it's out of here for the weekend. And the weekend looks really nice. I'm going to have that complete forecast coming up.